Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to show you investments you can make today to make coins for this upcoming Friday, also known as Black Friday, where EA is going to release, most likely, as they always do, a bunch of Flash SBCs for some pretty good packs, and we make a ton of coins off of it. So if you do enjoy this, if it does help you out, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Just a quick announcement, I will not be here. I'll be out of town on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll be back potentially Saturday evening so we can stream. But this being said, I'll be in Discord to help you guys with what's selling well during the Flash SBCs. It's going to be going quick. Make sure you are there. Make sure you're checking content on Black Friday. It's going to be crazy. So there are three types of cards we're going to be looking at specifically for this investment. We'll show you more stuff towards the end of the video, but we're going to focus first on the silver commons. Then we'll go to silver rares and bronze rares. So if we go to silver commons, everything is already going for 300 plus within the hour. As a trading tip, you could pick up things for 150, 200, flip it for easy coins right now. But what we're looking for is things like top nations, things that link well to good leagues. And the reason why is there's a bunch of SBCs that come out that usually have high requirements for chemistry. They usually do a mix of maybe a lot of players from the same league, or you can only have a certain amount from the same league. And that shoots things to the moon, especially if the high chemistry is there. And especially, too, if the rating's there as well. If you don't need a super high-rated squad, people will go to bronzes and silvers. So let me kind of just show you an example real quick. If we went to silvers, and let's say there's an SBC that you needed a lot of one nation, but you needed at least like 4 different leagues. People would flock to the top nations, maybe something like Spanish players, not in the La Liga or the leagues out of there. If we look, we only see the Spanish leagues here. Here's a Portuguese one that's already gone for 400 within the hour with about 10 minutes left. If you could pick this one up for 150, 200, things like that would be a good investment. But in general, top nations are going to be really good for you. So I would go in, if you can pick up every top nation, French, English, Brazilian, Argentinian, Spanish, anyone that shows up as a top nation. I'm blanking on the rest. Here they are: Netherlands, Portugal, Germany, England, Argentina, Brazil. Get all these, Italy, stock them in your club. It's going to be really good for you. A lot of them usually go for 1,000 plus to 2,000 plus. Don't be greedy though. What ends up happening is during these Flash SBCs, if we have a half an hour to do them, let's say, what will end up happening is after a few minutes, you'll see the requirements. People will start buying out cards. They'll start rising like crazy. You might have times where it's like every Spanish card is now 2,000 plus coins, but everyone starts listing everything up. Prices slowly come down. You don't want to be left with your card not selling. So if you see the lowest card is maybe like 2,000 within the hour for your specific player, maybe check the market real quick and be like, okay, what are all silver Spanishes going for? If you notice every silver Spanish is 2,000 plus, you could comfortably sell it for maybe 1,800, 1,900 without worrying about it not selling. But if you get too specific and you sell it a little bit too high and people don't buy it, that price is going to come back down towards the end of that Flash SBC, and there might not be another one that sends it up. Top nations are a little bit more forgiving with that because there's usually a bunch of them that require that, but it's something to keep in mind. Same thing with silver rare. If we look for open bids right now on silver rares, let me show you just how many coins you can make as a trading tip in this moment, but also too as a way to invest in these. So if we did max price 300, maybe a minimum buy now 600, you could just go through and look at all the top nations and off leagues. Even if it's in its same league, I'd pick up everything that's a top nation. This one looks like it's already gone for potentially 800 within the hour. Here's a Brazilian in the CSL. Looks like he's going for 750 within the hour. Probably could sell it for 700. There is a ton of good pickups that you can club stock. And if you wanted to flip for profit, you could do that too. If you have a lot of coins, you don't even need to do just top nations. I would honestly just pick up everything possible. If we look at silver rares, most things are going within the hour for 400 coins. So if you can pick things up for 250, 300, just club stock everything. You should be good to go. Guessing's out of the picture. If anything goes up for whatever reason during a Flash SBC, you're making money. Same thing applies to silver commons. If you want to win them on bid for 200 instead of winning them for 150, you might have a lot of competition for 150. If you bid on 50 cards and you win, like, let's say 15 of them, but if you bid 200 out of 50 cards and you win a majority of them, that will be better in terms of a club stock. You can always compare price too beforehand if you want to make sure your investment's a little safer. in terms of what already has value. That's where the top nations are going to be valuable for you there. But if you're kind of late to the party and people are already starting to bid 200, another thing you can do is go to your club here. You go to the transfer market in here. You go to quality silver and you put in a max buy now at 200. Right now it's going to be everything's in the 59th minute. You can snipe these for 200. The best time to do this is usually when there's about a minute. The cards have been listed, and then you can go to the 59th minute all the way down to like seconds after it's been listed and kind of see how much it's going for. If you do want to put it to 250 though, start looking for top nations. There's a Bundesliga card that would have been a good pickup. Here's the Women's League One. All these things are going to be fantastic things to get in your club. So if you can't win them on bid, try to snipe them through here. Top nations are going to be great, but honestly, as the other things, everything's going to work. Every silver common, every silver rare, you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Now, the last one is going to be bronze rares. Bronze rares are important for a few different reasons. One, we have League SBCs out right now, so if there's a card that's in a League SBC, whether that be MLS, Championship, CSL, Turkish League, Pro League, all these like smaller leagues that have a lot of bronze rares, a lot of these will probably already have a value of at least 200 coins. So if you're bidding 150, it's not really going to be a big deal. You're guaranteed kind of profit regardless. But if we did something like a max price 150, minimum buy now 600, you want to focus on getting top nations first. You could look for all the top nations, compare price if you want to see how much it's going for within the hour. Most of these, again, if it's a top nation, will fly to the moon during certain SBCs. So I'd go in and first pick up every top nation. If you can get one in off leagues, like this one is an English player in the Scottish League, those are going to be really good pickups. But again, just pick up everything. Pick up every top nation that you can get. And if you have hundreds of thousands of coins or millions, just pick up one of every bronze rare for 150. There's always going to be a time where it can sell for 200 plus. It's going to be very easy. And then on Black Friday, your biggest deal is going to be just sitting there and seeing how long you have to sell things. I usually have a few thousand silvers and bronze rares in my club, total collectively, all those cards together. So I'll have like a few hundred bronze rares, and then I'll have a lot of silver commons and silver rares usually. The biggest problem on Black Friday is just having enough time to sell everything for me. So I'm ended up left with a bunch of cards still in my club. So that's a good problem to have in my opinion. If you have any questions on how to do this any further, let me know. You can also do this with Silver Libertadores and Silver Sudamericana. If you don't know how to find those cards, you can go to CONMEBOL Sudamericana, CONMEBOL Libertadores, or you can just put in a special filter right there. I usually do like a max price of 500 when I'm doing our trading method. But if you wanted to pick up silver cards, a majority of the Libertadores and Sudamericana silvers are going for 300 plus. If you don't know what a silver is when it comes to these cards, it's just rating. So the lowest of silver can be a 65. The highest of silver can be is 74. And if we look at a bunch of these cards, if we compare price on this guy, he has a 250 bid. Lowest buy now is 600 within the hour. There's a ton of pickups you can do like this as an investment for Black Friday, and you can flip them for coins right now because they're really easy to make coins for League SBCs. Reason I say I bring these up for Black Friday is if you have an SBC requirement with maybe a lot of players from the same league, but a bunch of different nations, those usually are the ones that Flippin puts up in the requirements because they're relatively cheap in terms of the lowest prices, especially of the bronzes compared to the general market. And then when they become an SBC solution, most people don't know how to find those cards. Most people don't know how to win them on bid. So they search that specific player as a card and buy him out for way more than he's going for. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll be kind of looking at this video as I'm gone myself throughout the week, and I can answer any comments there. Also, feel free to join our Discord if you need to ask me any questions. Send me a DM. I will leave you guys there. Yeah, it's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.